Everybody, Flying Brian here. It is early spring in May 2017. We're going to head down to the Greenville, South Carolina Downtown Airport. We've got a little airplane reserved. I'm going to fly down there. There's a tour of World War II aircraft that we want to go take a look at, and we're going to bring you along. So let's take off. It's time to make sure your seatbelts are fastened and your seat backs are in their upright positions, because we are about to hit the runway. November 2600 Lima is cleared for takeoff. So I throttle up, line up on the center line, and start rolling down runway 23. And we are officially wheels up. Greenville, here we come. Fast forward, and we are now on short final for runway 19 at Greenville Downtown. Outside, the sky looks beautiful, but looks can be deceiving. We spent a little over an hour being beat up by strong turbulence and headwinds. We have less than a mile to go. That's I-385 down there. The tower has told me to continue on down the runway and exit right onto Alpha 3, which will take me right into the ramp where the World War II aircraft are parked. Mixture idle cutoff, avionics and master off, and we have arrived. Alright, well, we made it to Greenville, so let's take a look around at some of these old warbirds. How was the flight?
It was fine. It was bumpy, but it was okay.
Flight was terrible down. It was bumpy, strong headwinds. I was not happy.
I have more patience. It was fine.
Yeah, it was no fun.
This beautiful Mustang is about to start and take someone for a ride. It's painted with black and white invasion stripes. This airplane was born on 11 April 1945 when it rolled off the North American Aircraft Assembly Line in Inglewood, California. She was transported to Page Field in Fort Myers, Florida shortly afterwards and pressed into service with the United States Army Air Force. In 1951, it ended up in Canada with the Royal Canadian Air Force. Eventually, it made its way back to the U.S. when the Canadian Air Force sold it as surplus for $2,500. This is a Mitchell B-25 bomber. Miss Mitchell, coincidence? I think not. Those are normally equipped with two R2600 radial engines. This is an SBD Dauntless. It was used as both a scout aircraft and dive bomber. The SBD stands for Scout Bomber Douglas. Douglas being the manufacturer of the aircraft. All of these aircraft are part of the Commemorative Air Force, this one being from their Dixie Wing in Atlanta, Georgia. We are inside the hangar, various World War II era helmets, and a typical U.S. Army uniform from the European Theater of Operations. There's the Runway Cafe, a fantastic place to grab a burger. Greenville is one of the few airports with a restaurant right on the field. Looks like a great turnout today for the Warbird Tour for sure. Not positive, but that looks like a 500-pounder in the sling under the dive bomber. That's going to leave a mark if it hits a ship. There should be an R1820 1200 horsepower radial engine under that cowling. This event is certainly well attended. This looks interesting. For $2, they're putting kids in this 152 and simulating flight by jostling the tail and then moving it up and down. The kids have got to love this. Here's the Bombardier and Nose Gunner's office on the B-25. This aircraft saw service in North Africa and flew something like 130 missions. Incredible. Waist Gunner's position. Even after all these years, this is still a great looking airplane. The Mustang has just landed from one of its excursion flights. Gotta love the sound of that Merlin engine. That is the end of our visit to the CAF's Warbird Tour here in Greenville Downtown. It's time for us to head back to Charlotte. Remember, life is a journey. Enjoy the ride, and thanks for watching.